Today, Loblaw said Canadian retailers will be holding an urgent meeting on Monday to discuss ways to address the tragedy in Bangladesh. You can read Loblaw's statement on our website as companies grapple with how to respond to concerns raised by the factory collapse. How much can we really know about the products we buy? Our Havard Gould has been tracking the supply chain.
This is not just this color we're looking for.
Roger Ginrick is a veteran consultant in the apparel industry. He has toured clothing plants in countries around the world. The factories can be comparable to this Canadian operation, well lit, clean and safe.
We can change up the threads.
But he says overseas, tours can be tricks. The moment the buyer leaves, production can be shifted to another location with much lower costs and standards.
The only way to keep control is if you've actually got a staff member of the brand living in that region, actually touring, counting, keeping track of hang tags, your fabrics, your notions, all aspects of it. It's near impossible to follow that unless you actually live and breathe on the floor. And there's very, very few in the trade that do it.
Mountain Equipment Co-op freely admits it's tough to guarantee every product it sells has been made in a perfectly ethical fashion. On its website it says, contract factories throughout the world have shortcomings. Ours are no exception. But the co-op plays tough too, with frequent factory inspections and a policy of pushing for long-term relationships with suppliers it can then threaten to sever if it finds workers are treated poorly.
Where we might have a supplier where we're just not on the same page, we don't see improvements that are necessary, then yes, we will look to find an alternative source.
With the tragedy in Bangladesh, frank admissions are coming that even companies that want to be socially responsible don't know enough about how what they sell is being made.
We can't check all of the factories, we can't know for sure, but we definitely do as much as we can.
Coming too is more pressure on shoppers to ask more questions.
We as consumers have to know what we're buying, where it's coming from.
But part of the problem, consumers keep asking for lower prices. Havard Gould, CBC News, Toronto.